Hello. So I wanted to share something with you. Some thoughts I had the other day. My husband and I and our son, we were beginning to watch ToyStory the other day because we wanted to watch a movie together. And our son, he came out. He's 14. He's been watching Toy Story not many times, but a couple times. All of them. And we said, so do you wanna watch Toy Story? He said, I don't know, because it's quite emotional to watch them. But he came out from his room and we started to watch it. And we watched for, 15 minutes or so, and then he got up from his chair and he left. And he said, stupid Toy Story. And it was because it was horrible what was happening. It's very emotional. And then the other day we went for a walk, just him and me alone. And he said, why are they making those movies where they get people to cry and they show these horrible things? These movies are not meant for children, he said. And I said, no, you're right. They should at least put age-appropriate signs on them, like you need to be 13 or 14 or maybe even 15 to watch those movies, because they're very heartbreaking, literally. Sorry. And he said, like, maybe very small children will just watch these movies and think it was a nice story. But older children, they get it, he said. And I said, well, young children, they might not get it, but it will go directly into their subconsciousness. Because when you're from 0 to 7 years old, your brain is mainly in theta state, where you just are being programmed. And he said again, so why would they make those videos? Or not videos, but movies for kids? And I said, well, do you want to know it? Or would you just like to ask the question? And he wanted to know it. And I said, well, when they're showing these things in, for example, this was Toy Story, where the toys are alive and they have feelings and emotion, they're real, they have consciousness, they're real human beings. And then the human is not aware of that, and they unintentionally create harm and hurt these creatures or these toys. And we are witnessing that. We need to create a split in ourselves to be able to watch it, and because they are mirroring our world, how we are right now, how children are behaving right now with their toys. And as adults, we know we did the same. And that is being evil, and we don't want to be that. We don't want to be evil, we want to be good persons, and we don't want to be part of anything bad. So we need to create that split in ourselves and split our personality. That is how you mind control people. That is the first thing. And that is why you see a lot of pictures with celebrities holding teddy bears and stuff. It's all that's the early programming. And in especially Toy Story, it is shown to us that when you're growing up, you're hurting other people. You're both hurting the toys with their conscious, and your parents. So you're hurting people by growing up. And we don't want to hurt people. So we stop growing up. And what is it that is most significant with not grown-ups, with children? It is that we cannot make our own decisions. We're not mature enough. We don't have the brain to do it. So we need someone else to tell us what is dangerous and what is not dangerous, what is good, what is bad, what we need and what we don't need. So we need someone else outside of us to parent us. And I told my son in the beginning of all of this that's going on right now in 2020 when the lockdown came, one of our very good friends, he's the nicest man in the whole wide world. He wrote out on Facebook because some people were very skeptical about which orders were given. And he wrote out that we were all children who needed to stay in the back seat of the car and shut up because mom and dad, they would know for sure where we should go and they would be right no matter what. And I am certain that he had no idea what he was saying. It was just the program talking. So this is what happens. And I wasn't aware of this until I opened my mouth and started talking. And it makes perfectly good sense. This is what is going on in the world. We are deliberately keeping ourselves children or teenagers because that's what we've been told is the best and safest thing to do. And then just let mom and dad make the decisions for us because we're too stupid, we cannot figure it out by ourselves. And you can just look around in the world and see what's happening. Even people who don't want to do what they've been told because they can feel and they can see that it's a bad thing, it's not good for them, and they might hurt themselves if they do it. They are doing it anyway. Because they are doubting themselves. They're doubting their own ability to make decisions for themselves. And if you look at how most adults are acting, it looks like teenagers where we need someone else's approval that we are good enough, that we are beautiful enough, that we are enough. People are making so many efforts for other people to like them. They are outsourcing their self-worth. So they are dressing the right way. They are saying the right things. They are standing with whatever is trending. Whatever the TV and the rest of the media and the politicians, the mom and the dads, they're telling them to. They're doing whatever they want them to. They are making fake. They are what's it called? Is it called moderating? They are changing their bodies for other people to like them because now this is the right thing, or this is trending right now. Bigger boobs, bigger butts, bigger eyebrows, bigger lips, changing your hair, changing the colors, going into a solarium to get a tint so your skin can change the colors. Jewelry on the teeth, jewelry everywhere, and you know everything you can think of. And this is not right or wrong. This is just an observation. If you're doing this for you, then you have made your own decision. If you're doing this because it's trending and you want other people to think you're beautiful and you want that feedback, that other people think you're beautiful or awesome or cool or courageous or whatever words you can put on it, then you're not doing it for yourself. Then you have outsourced your self-worth. And that is very much like a teenager would do. Because in that age, everything with the body is changing and we get confused. We're in the middle of a metamorphosis. So of course we're confused. We have just gotten used to this is my body, it looks like this, and I'm going on with my life, and suddenly everything changes. So of course you get confused. You need to learn how your body then function, how your brain is changing. Now you get new perspectives on things. Now you start to form opinions. And when you do that, other people will react. And if they don't agree with your opinion, maybe they will get angry with you and they don't want to be your friend anymore. And that is dangerous for a child. So if that child hasn't learned that it's okay to have your own opinions and other people have theirs, then they start to doubt themselves and conform to whatever is trending, whatever is popular, to keep their place in their circle of friends and in the family and in the world. I love Toy Story, even though it was very hard to watch. We watched the third. It was not, my son. He didn't watch anymore. He don't wanna. He don't. He just doesn't wanna do that to himself. And I just applaud him. I think he's so clever and wise, and he's awesome, and he stands up for himself. He doesn't like being tortured. But most of us, you know, we're adults. We're pretty much used to being tortured all the time. Watching movies, being a part of the system, working for the system and torturing other people for money. That's our job. It was normal life, right? This is how it works. This is just how it is. It can't be any different. If you think any different, if you want to put love into the equation, you're living in a fantasy. That's what we're told, right? It's a utopia. Doesn't exist. But that one is a lie too. So I hope this makes sense to you. and maybe you can start watching movies from another perspective and seeing what they're actually doing to you. And try to see the agenda behind it and just take from it what you want. If you want a good cry, then go watch any Pixar movie. So take from it what you need and let the rest be. Leave the programming. Get a good cry out of it and get and release your emotions, because we need that too, right? So that was my perspective, and I hope it makes sense to you. So yeah, let's all practice growing up and becoming adults, our own parents, who can make their own decisions. No matter if you choose to conform or not to, just know that you are the one making the decisions, and you are very capable of making your own decisions. You can say yes and you can say no. And you can say, I don't know right now. I need to think about it. Have a great day.